Hey guys, welcome to the pick a card reading that I promised. This one's on the topic of love, like what you need to hear about your love life. I was wanting to do like a roast, but I don't feel the energy for that one today. So anyway, I'm going to be using my Romance Angels deck. I'm super excited about that. And my Moonchild Tarot deck. I've kind of already shuffled the piles, but I haven't looked at the cards. So it's going to be a surprise for all of us. But the topper card that you can select, sort um, of this group is it's as follows. Like you can either choose this one. The first pile is healing family issues. The second pile, topper card is trust. Pile three is wedding. By the way, don't assume that just because the wedding card says wedding, it's going to have the most positive message. It doesn't work like that in readings always, okay? So I want you to take a deep breath and tell me which pile, or actually pick the pile that you're most drawn to. You can take 3 deep breaths. This is pile one, trust, the middle one is pile two, and wedding is pile three. You can pause the video if you like. And this is where I'm gonna start the reading now officially. It begins. Okay, so pile number one, if you picked this Healing Family Issues card, let me see what it reads on like the subtitle or like the caption. I don't know, not the main title. But anyway, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Ooh, that's a deep one. And that's like an intergenerational one. I'm gonna hold up the card so you can see better. But unfortunately, this is the camera and lighting quality that we're currently working with. So as you can see, there's like a spirit guide kind of hovering over here and like a family situation where nobody's quite looking happy. I think there's two kids, two daughters here, and the father looks very absent. Like he's not fully present or he's just looking a bit disdainful. And it's just so many ways where our parents and what they were born into continues to affect us. We never really examine our relationship to our parents, for a long time, a lot of us maybe just assume that it's going great or it has gone great or we've had normalcy. Even like very traumatized people can think that. So there's no shame in that. But once you know the ailment, or you know those particular things that rubbed you the wrong way, you understand what your triggers are, and you can kind of have boundaries to stop the wrong people from entering your life, but also correct boundaries also let you be vulnerable enough to let the right people in. It's not just about who you're keeping out, it's also about who you're able to let into your life. So if you feel like you're lonely, or just by having friends you're lonely, or you don't have the right amount of friends, or you're not in the right relationship, and even if you think that you're with the right person, you guys are just not connecting deeply. Makes sense why this would be your pile. Actually, you don't feel like you can trust because you haven't forgiven and you haven't processed really what happened to you. And just because time has passed, you might think that you're over it, but the real picture might be something else. I'm gonna, I haven't checked the tarot cards for you, but they're pre-shuffled. So let's take a look at what they are. So you have the Moon card. This was upright, by the way. It talks about fear and duality and kind of the unpleasantness of traveling in the dark. You feel like you're groping in the dark. You feel like you haven't been given enough support in your life and enough guidance about where to go. You're grappling with your own identity, but focusing on yourself is so painful. So you'd rather focus on maybe other people. You'd be in the dark about some of your deepest needs, but as long as you get to shine a light on other people, you're like, it's fine. It's not going to hurt me. But newsflash, it has been hurting you. You just haven't been cognizant of it, or you've been numbing yourself. But numbing yourself really means that you have to medicate yourself other ways, or you have to overcompensate by using up energy that you put into other passion projects. So you might feel that you're just surviving like a paycheck to paycheck vibe, despite being very smart, despite being very talented, and it doesn't matter if you're in this state, it doesn't matter what other people say to you and about you, it's not going to reach your heart. Like we have this two of swords kind of situation going on here. This is two of swords. It's like an impasse. There's a certain amount of stagnancy in your life, it's stagnant. You haven't cleared the energy, you haven't forgiven the people that you need to forgive. This is your cue to try and do that because, okay, on the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck, the two of swords are crossed over the heart. So the person has like a hard time letting people close to their heart or really expressing the heart's desire. Now, once you know the heart's desire, it's like your life choices change. And once you know what your aversions are and what you're actually sensitive to, you can make better decisions. Being sensitive just doesn't make you weak, though. It's actually your GPS. So please, please, just tune into that. Don't deny yourself. And then you have this star card. How beautiful is that? Look at those blues. Um, I'm being called to the aspect where this is like extremely mystical in a way. It's about fated connections. And you have the Two of Cups card, which talks about love. Okay. I feel like you might have something fated for you. If you feel like that's something that's there in your life or that's been waiting for you, you are correct. Like destiny does have something special for you. And this came up, right? So definitely there's like that factor of not even luck, but destiny and like higher power, higher forces that are willing to help you. But you have to embody that energy of the star. You are the main character in your life. Who cares about other people's life, but your life? You're writing that script. You're living that story. You might as well make it something that you can stand by. And I don't mean just today's comfort, today's aversion. I mean, like, fast forward to 80 years, like when you're 80 years old, or when you're 90, or you feel like it's almost end of lifetime. What are you willing to say that I accomplished so and so in my life? I don't even mean from like a capitalist perspective, like I amassed so much wealth, or a family perspective, like these are my worth, this is my worth based on other people. No, like what does your heart want? At the end of 80 years, 90 years, 100 years, what do you want to be able to say about this lifetime? And if you're looking at life from this perspective, do you want to say that, oh, in all 80 years of my life, I didn't find the courage within my heart to do what I wanted? Forgive these people, because these people and that storyline, it's in the past. You can't really change that, but you can forgive them and you can liberate yourself today in the present moment, because you know what they say about the present moment, right? It's all that we really have. So this was your reading. These are short and sweet because I'm trying not to like overdo it, but definitely I'll have more stuff coming up. Please like, share, and subscribe. And now moving on to pile two. Okay, pile two, the trust card. It says on the bottom, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Ooh, look at that. There's a man and woman here. There's Cupid in the back. There's a little Cupid with his arrow, you know? And I feel like the overall vibe of this is the woman doesn't know what's going on because she's looking at the man, but he's doing some kind of magic thing, and there's a little like a little, angel in the back, and he's making mischief, the good kind of mischief, right? And it's like things are working in your favor behind the scenes, but like your job is to be in the scene and not like dissociate. Please just do your job and let the universe do its job, right? Your job is not to overthink. Your job is to be present and live your life. Oh, I shook the table. But anyway, your first tarot card is the Lovers. So starting strong. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. So Lovers card also talks about decision making. You might be a romantic at heart, but your decisions have sucked, right? And this could just be because you don't have enough trust to take the risks. You know, you're not jumping. Sometimes you just gotta jump. You gotta jump ship because maybe the ship is on fire, okay? If you're gonna jump into water, at least you won't be like scorched. At least you can swim your way, or you might find a raft, But like, you're not carefully examining what it is you're supposed to examine. You're in a state of analysis paralysis. Right now, you're just not supported by luck because you don't have faith. So that's why you feel like you're unlucky. You feel like things are not lining up. And you feel like it's a cycle that's repeating again and again for you. But look at what you can control in the cycle, like your own behavior. What kind of pattern have you followed? What kind of hopeless thinking have you given into? Have you invited the same narcissistic people into your life again? And by the way, not setting boundaries is equal to invitation. Because look at this Lover's card. Look at how they're like in an oasis and there's a pyramid behind it. What is the pyramid doing? It's aligning energies. So this is about alignment. What are you doing to facilitate alignment in your life? Are you just waiting for the Wheel of Fortune to turn? Like, are you even going to be able to tell when your luck is good versus when your luck is bad? Because a goldfish doesn't know what water is, right? It's just in that bowl the whole time. And like, if you ask it about water, it's going to be like, what's water? I don't know what that is. Because that's its environment. That's how it thinks. That's how it perceives. And I feel like you've become like that fish now. You need to explore different waters. You need to take some risks and you need to find different ways of self-expression, and different choices will come along with that. Oof. You have Nine of Swords in reverse. Like some of you are really anxious types. Like, okay, here's the thing. You feel like by overthinking and thinking and thinking and like examining the situation again and again, you have some form of control, but it's really just a form of compulsion. All you're doing is torturing yourself. You know, it's a habit. It's not going to yield to anything productive. You need to ground yourself. You need to come back in your body, and you need to not give yourself permission to keep doing the self-sabotage again and again. Because yes, this amount of crazy overthinking. Look at the swords. I mean, this card's in reverse. I'm gonna hold it upright so you can see better. But there's essentially, swords all over this person's head, and they feel like they're going to be under attack at any point. So your mind is going crazy. You're probably having sleepless nights or insomnia, and please be gentler with yourself because this is not helping, right? You're going to have more luck. Six of Pentacles talks about balance being restored to you, material benefits. If you're waiting on some kind of money situation to improve, that's going to happen too, but you need to trust a little bit. And that trust is going to change how you perceive things in life and your self-identity. Please stop identifying as an unlucky person. I know it's hard to do, but nothing worth accomplishing is ever easy, at least in the beginning. You have to make the effort. You have to start somewhere. Things can't be handed to us because we have to choose. We have agency in this life. That's part of the divine gift of this life, is that we have more agency than we realize. And in order to bring benefits in, bring like harmony and even like material comforts in, you have to create that environment for you to thrive. You have to create the containers. You have to be disciplined with yourself. Not overthinking is one form of discipline. Um, if you know you drink too much at a certain time of day and that causes shame for you, and you don't go to the gym, and you want to do that for yourself, not for someone else, but for yourself, please be very clear about what you want to achieve for yourself. And then don't project what it is that you think you're lacking onto what other people might expect of you, okay? If you struggle with this, then make a list about what it is you want for you. And with that, I'm going to end this pile. It was just meant to be kind of short. But please like, share, and subscribe, and I will do more of these. Okay. So the heaviest pile with the heaviest topper card, I mean, we don't know yet if it's the heaviest pile, but the heaviest topper pile, which is like the wedding card, which I've told you guys, like, don't just assume that it's the best pile because you got the wedding card. But anyway, this situation involves marriage. So it might not be your marriage. Maybe it's referring to your parents' marriage, maybe your older siblings' marriage, any kind of impression that was made on your mind about marriages, your grandparents' marriage, it's referring to that. So it's like it definitely deals with the energy of union, because this is the love reading, but like now, if we're going to examine this card, what is a wedding? Wedding's a ceremony, it's legal, involves a big commitment. So this pile, there's something about commitment. It's about taking that final decision. It's about that merging your life and energy with someone else. Okay. Anyway, let's see what your cards are. Oh my God. You start strong with the Emperor card. This is literally, he's on a throne and he's quite decisive. He's holding a very phallic symbol, a staff. And he's in his power. And the next card after that is Eight of Swords reversed. Now, Eight of Swords is a card of paralysis. So it's interesting that I'm going to actually show all the cards, and then you have Ace of Pentacles, which talks about new beginnings in money, finances. Page of Pentacles, which also in reverse, which also kind of talks about money and finances in reverse. So there's something about your childhood here, and something about your attitude towards male figures. Um, if you're attracted to male figures or male energy, you might be someone. Okay, wait, let me phrase this in an inclusive way, okay? So if you're a woman and you're attracted to men, let's say, or you're a man and attracted to men, it might be that your father left some kind of impression on you, because of which you're unable to let the more masculine energy partner take charge, and you're unable to be receptive. Or like if let's say you're a man that's into women, or a woman that's into women, you're unable to be in your masculine energy, because in your head, the masculine figure maybe is a little bit totalitarian, doesn't pay attention, could even be a bit cold and stiff and narcissistic, which can be like shadow elements of the Emperor card. But the thing is, you need to realize, if you're the person that needs to be in and embodying the masculine energy, you need to make peace with the fact that you have to take charge. That maybe some people are looking at you in that capacity, that they're looking towards you for taking control of the situation, that there's some kind of clarity only you can contribute and bring to the table. With this Eight of Swords energy, it's like you've been paralyzed a lot before. You're slowly thawing. You're slowly creating this, you're taking off the blindfold, and you're putting yourself in a position to take a look at things that have hurt you a lot in the past, or things that have felt too overwhelming for you to analyze before. You're like, let me get to a place of clarity within before I can act. And this will allow you to bring material abundance in, but also I feel like your inner child wound might be about finances. Finances somehow maybe in childhood weren't great. And that's also why you probably resent the masculine figure in your life, or like the masculine caretaker. Let's say if you had two moms, too, the more masculine embodying one, the more active one, in terms of like the finances, that's the person that you have the most resentment against, because you never felt secure in your childhood. You never felt that I have enough, that I'll be taken care of, that I can kind of relax or plan in a way that feels good to me. I think planning still kind of feels a bit heavy duty to you, especially if it involves another person. If you have to take charge, you might feel kind of skeptical about that because you inwardly feel either you or the other person will be smothered. And this is calling for you to believe that there can be fairness, right? This is a wedding card. They're partners. They chose this. I mean, you don't really get to choose marriage in all parts of the world, but like let's assume that they're choosing this, like or their journey in life is to be equal partners. Now, it you know you could be equal but have different roles. And let's say you're the person that wants to embody the more active masculine pursuing energy. Um, Give yourself permission to do that, at least where the other party's consenting and wants you to pursue them, to like take charge, to provide them with clarity, to protect them. It's not that you've seen other people go haywire, but you don't have to be like that. You're an individual. You're not a child anymore. And same if you're wanting someone to pursue you, and maybe you're a feminine slash receptive energy. Um, Again, sorry if I'm not as inclusive as I want to be. I'm just kind of struggling with the terms on the spot. I'll get better at this. Um, yeah, so give yourself permission to desire being pursued and have faith in your own inner strength that you will be able to draw boundaries, um, as you feel appropriate. So relax and trust, if not in another person, but at least in the universe, in your own intuition, which probably has been begging you to kind of slow down a little bit, if you're the receptive kind of partner in the situation, or you want to be the receptive kind of partner in the situation. The basic wound here is to understand that the material reality, because we have like these two very earth heavy cards. Planning is not your enemy. The duality of the material realm is not your enemy either. Sure, you'll see things that are unpleasant, but you have the ability to outmaneuver those situations too. It doesn't end with a bad card being dealt to you. You can also Uno reverse, So you have a move. You're not in childhood anymore where you're just trapped by the moves of other people, the whims of other people, desires of other people. You have agency, whether you want to be the dynamic partner or the receptive partner. You have agency, and it's the ball is in your court. Okay, the ball is in your court, or if you don't want the ball to be in your court, be clear about that. Speak it into existence and be firm on it and act as if. So I'm going to end this for now. This was pile 3. Hopefully, it provided some clarity. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be back with more.